Hello guys, Lego Master Reviews here, and today we're reviewing the LEGO Star Wars set 75357 Ghost and Phantom 2. This is 1,394 pieces and retails for $159.99 in the US. You get 5 minifigures included, that being Sindul, Jason Sindul, Chopper, First Officer Hawkins, and Lieutenant Beta. The first minifigure we're going to take a look at here is Sindul, and this is the second time we're ever getting her in LEGO minifigure form, so it's so cool that now people that don't have like the Star Wars Rebel versions can finally get the live action appearance here, which looks great. And she has the same hair mold, if you could even call it hair, from like her Rebels minifigure, with some amazing printing on there, as well as like the goggles printing on the top, and overall this is a perfect piece. And the face printing is also extremely accurate with the blue eyes there and the cheek detailing, and on the other side you also get another great face print, which is arguably even more accurate. I love the torso printing as well, with all the great jacket detailing, like the button there, and just very, very cool. And on the back, even more great detailing there with like the green. It's like this really cool logo, and just overall like great printing. She also has leg printing there on these orange legs with some like great brown like belt strapping there, so very, very cool, as well as like some pockets on her leg. And then like lastly, her accessories is like a normal blaster, which looks great, and she also has some light brown hands to kind of pull this minifigure together. And overall, I really love this minifigure. All the detailing on it's amazing, and I really have no complaints whatsoever. And here we have Jason Sindul, another really cool minifigure, but it is inaccurate because he should have green hair. It just kind of sucks that they included brown. Obviously, they could have based it off concept art, but even then, he had green hair in Star Wars Rebels, so very unfortunate with the brown hair, but it's still pretty cool. And this hairpiece in green would have been perfect, but still, it's a really nice minifigure. The face print's also very nice, and on the other side, you get a more like happy expression there, which is pretty cool. The torso printing is also very nice there with all like the blue and brown detailing. It's super cool, and on the arms you get some like kind of light blue arms with like the kind of light brown gloves, as well as some very short legs, which is pretty accurate. I think the taller like mid-sized legs wouldn't work, so I'm glad we got the small ones here. And overall, while not perfectly accurate, I still really like this minifigure. And here we have the legendary war criminal himself, Chopper. I love this minifigure so much. You get some like really nice head printing there with like 3 eyes, and like some great torso printing as well, the arm. And just lots of really nice like silver detailing, so very cool. And on the back you also get some really nice printing. I'm really glad you got back printing, as well as some nice head printing. On the sides though, there's also nothing on the head other than like this like kind of smooth piece, which is like meant to be all like the detailing on his head. It doesn't really work for me. I think it could have been better with just some printing, but still really great. And like he also has some like dark gray arms, as you can see, or legs, whatever you want to call them. So overall, really like this minifigure, but I think it is a bit inaccurate. It should have some more like scuffing detailing on its like torso and back, but still I love this Chopper minifigure, and Chopper is an absolute legend. Here we have First Officer Hawkins, a character that's barely appeared in Ahsoka, so I just don't really get the inclusion here. Obviously, you know, a lot of the scenes he's been in is with Hera, like next to the Ghost, so it makes sense, but still kind of a random one. He has the Falcon Captain America hairpiece there, as well as a really nice face print, which is pretty cool. And on the other side, there's actually nothing, because obviously the hair wouldn't cover it up, so it would look a bit weird. He also has some really nice torso printing there, with like a patch, as well as some blue and like a nice belt, so very cool. But that's about as far as the printing goes, other than the back with the more like belt detailing and just some really cool leg printing on there. Other than that, he doesn't have any leg printing, which I think simpler is better, honestly. I don't think leg printing would have benefited that minifigure very much. Still, it's not a great minifigure, and it's kind of a random inclusion, but I don't hate it, and I still think he's pretty cool. And here we have Lieutenant Beta, pretty clever naming there, and it's a pretty cool minifigure. Obviously like nothing that special, but the head mold is very nice there, with some great printing and eye printing, as well as like mouth printing, so very cool. And I love this head mold, it's very accurate. As far as torso printing goes though, it's nothing new. It's the same one that came on the Shanna T Starfighter vs. E-Wing, but I guess it is new. They both released on the same day, so you can consider it, but it's not exclusive is what I should say. So very cool though nonetheless, and it's pretty accurate, really no complaints there. He also includes a blaster as well, which is pretty awesome. And overall, not a terrible minifigure. I really like this one, but it's definitely not necessary. Overall, while there is some great inclusions, such as Sindul, Jason Sindul, and Chopper, the other 2 minifigures kind of feel random, but it does make sense. But I feel like an Ahsoka minifigure would have really benefited this set had a lot of other people buy it that really don't want to buy like the other Ahsoka sets. But still, all these minifigures are amazing, and I still really like. Here we have the Ghost in its full glory. This set is absolutely beautiful and one of the best of 2023. But before we take a look at the Ghost, we're going to take a look at the Phantom. Here we have the Phantom 2, a very downscaled version at that, but it's still very cool. I love all the stickering detail on it. It's just super accurate to Star Wars Rebels as well as Ahsoka. I just love all the detailing on the sides, as well as like up here and like the side of the windshield. Even in the front, there's a lot of stickers on this build, but it's still very cool. And on the back, you get some like sparkly blue thrust there, which is pretty awesome. And you can also open the back up here to reveal a pair of binoculars, which is very awesome, as well as a blaster, which for some reason is stuck inside there, but still very cool on the interior space there, I guess if you can call it that. And on the inside, there is room to seat one minifigure, as you can see, so you can either put Jason, Sindul, or you can put Hera if you want, or just any of the other minifigures. There's also 3 studs up here if you want to place Chopper's head there. It's not room for the whole minifigure. This is kind of what they used to do on older Lego Star Wars sets, so it's cool to have that be used here. You just place Chopper's head there if you want to have like flying like that. So that's very cool, and I like how this looks. And overall, while it is definitely downscaled from the original, I really like the build of this, and I think it's amazing. And the way the Phantom 2 attaches to the Ghost is just by this Technic pin and stud, and you just gently kind of like set it on there. It doesn't have to be like pushed down very hard. You just kind of set it in there, it's in place, and it'll definitely stay there for the most part, so I really like that. And the build just looks so good with the Phantom attached. I just really love that, and I love the whole thing. Taking a look at the Ghost here, it looks absolutely amazing. I love all the building techniques on the outside with this like great like sticker piece, as well as the amazing detail with like the paint brushes on each side, as you can see. And just overall so amazing. You also get some like a lot of stickers on the set, honestly, but I think it adds to like the aesthetic of the set. So I really like all the detailing with like these panel pieces. It just looks amazing, as well as like that like loading dock there with some great like just detailing all around it. And both sides are pretty much identical to each other, but still it just looks amazing. And I love the building technique on the edges of the ship. Just looks incredible. I really love that. It's just something like I just personally really like. And again, you get that loading dock there, as well as some more like great detailing. It's really like all the like aesthetic here, as well as like these pieces that kind of like close off from the interior, so there's not like a big gap there. It just looks amazing. And like on the back here, you can see the amazing like thruster pieces and like the sparkly blue color similar to the Phantom, as well as these like tire pieces. And there's lots of great like cool like details. And this, I love all like the texturing on it, like the battle droid arm there just looks amazing. And on the bottom, you get even more thrusters, as well as just some like random details. So very cool. It just looks amazing from the outside. And taking a look at the inside, now remove that with the clip piece there, and there's like studs to place the minifigure, as well as this really cool like handlebar there to like just launch the turret, as you can see. And I love the Inquisitor lightsaber piece being used there. This windshield piece is not printed, unfortunately, and it kind of looks weird because it's like this faded white, but still pretty cool. And I love all the interior detail there. This piece also comes off, which is very nice, as you can see, with the sticker there, as well as another gun, which does not rotate, but it just goes up and down. You can place a minifigure in there. There's no studs that hold them down, oddly enough. You kind of just set them in there, and then lower this bubble piece. Obviously, it works better when it's like laying flat. You just set that in there, and you can have your character like shooting the turret. So very cool. The interior is extremely detailed with like the caution pieces there, which is very cool. I love the pieces here as well, which is actually meant for Chopper if you want to place him down. So that's cool they added that as well. There's also some like cool like detailing there. I really like the kitchen sink there as well. It's kind of like random, but it's just in there. As you can see, it's just like a sink. So very cool. You also get these like really cool like cargo pieces which do come out. I'll show you what's in that right now. It's really cool because that's actually a reference to Star Wars Rebels. You get the Maylura in there, which is just so cool. Obviously, like I think die-hard Rebel fans will definitely appreciate that. Obviously, it's still cool like to get like just like food storage, I guess. But like people who watch Rebels are definitely gonna appreciate that detail. So very cool there, and something I can definitely appreciate. Just really like the attention to detail they've added is just awesome. And again, you get lots of great detailing there with the caution stickers. Like I said earlier, there's like a bunch of studs to place minifigures if you want, as well as the like stairs that lead down from the interior. And I'll show you what the interior looks like with all the other pieces added. As you can see, with the interior closed up, it kind of gives you a better idea, like the front, at least like the other turret down there, and like obviously, at least that stairwell, and you can put your minifigures in there. It looks amazing. I just love how that looks. And obviously, putting the original Star Wars Rebels, all in there with like Kanan and Sabine, Ezra, Hera, obviously, and Zeb and Chopper is gonna look amazing there. So I really like that, and it works so good for like a Star Wars Rebels set, even though it is technically based off Ahsoka. So I just love all like the detailing there, and the interior is amazing and far superior to the original Ghost. And also on the interior, loading this ramp that we'll take a look at in a second, you can like open it up and the ramp lowers to actually go inside the interior. So that's very cool. And again, you get that sink there, and flipping the other side around, as you can see, you also get a really nice printed piece there. And the lighting is very bad, I apologize, but there is a printed piece in there, which is also very cool. And overall, I love this interior. Now showing you the play features of the set. Most of them are actually on the bottom section of the ship. So like starting out, you get these landing gear pieces here. It actually leads into the interior, which is really, really awesome, as you can see. So I really like that. And that's on each side, it's just connected by these like Technic pieces. So very, very cool. You also get landing gear, which isn't really a play feature, but it is nice to actually get landing gear on like the original Ghost. So very, very awesome. And the kind of like the main play feature of the set is something that's very cool. So you can see these two like spring-loaded shooters there, as well as this turret here, and like watch these like Technic pieces. If you move the piece here, it shoots them off. So you can see, watching it again, that block once it hits it is so. Overall, I love this set. I legitimately have zero complaints. Like, the build itself is incredible. It is like one of the best LEGO sets of all time in my opinion. I think it's amazing. As far as minifigures go, I think that these two kind of feel random, but these three are amazing, and all of them are extremely detailed nonetheless, and I really like that. And overall, I would honestly give the set a 9.7 out of 10. It is that perfect, but I feel like if you haven't watched Star Wars Rebels and you don't have that much attachment to the ship, or if you just don't really like it that much with Ahsoka, I think that's probably a pass, because it is an expensive set. It's almost $200. But if you are a fan of Rebels, this is without a doubt probably one of the easiest purchases you'll make. It is an absolutely amazing set, and you will not regret buying this. And even if you don't like Star Wars Rebels, this is still a great set to get if you're just now starting to get into like Ahsoka and you want to watch Rebels. It's definitely worth getting, and it's an amazing set and one of the best of the year. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about this set in the comments down below, and thank you for watching. Bye.